The health and medical information provided during this webinar, as well as the questions and responses from the webinar providers, are solely for informational purposes. This content is not intended to take the place of advice or treatment from health professionals. Nothing presented in the webinar is intended to be used for medical evaluation, diagnosis, or treatment. It is not intended to substitute for your relationships with your own healthcare and pharmaceutical providers. Always seek the advice of your healthcare provider before beginning any new treatment, or if you have questions regarding a medical condition.
So, a direct injection of medicine into the side of the penis, directly into those cylinders that I described to you earlier, is the strongest, most effective way for us to deliver medication to the penis. You can imagine taking a pill. The pill has to get absorbed into your system through your stomach or your intestines, and it has to diffuse through you just to get to work at the penis. If you use a gel in the urethra, that too has to get absorbed, and it can be slow, and its effectiveness is limited. But this is giving that medication directly straight to where it needs to work. So if other things are failing for you, if they're not strong enough, the strongest medication we can give to restore an erection is through an injection. And there are various combinations of drugs that are all listed here that are used in combination to allow you to get that blood flow returned. I'm not going to go into these various concentrations, but these would be decisions that you would generally make with a healthcare provider who's an expert in prescribing injections, but also, very importantly, you might actually see a specialist who can give you different test doses in the office or in person. And through those test doses, they can help you establish, well, what's the dose that you might need to successfully get an erection? But even more important than that, you would learn an expert way to adjust your dose. So the safest way to approach the use of these injectable medications is to start with a low dose, but then have some guidelines given to you about how to slowly escalate your dose so that you can safely get to where you want to be. One of the fears of giving an injection is, what if we give too much medicine, or your body's response at a given scenario is simply so strong that the erection lasts beyond when you would like it to? Now, when an erection lasts too long, it becomes painful, exceeds 4 hours, and just is really becoming a nuisance to you. We call that priapism. And priapism is something where you would want to seek care from a local provider right away so that you don't have any long-term side effects from this treatment. This is a cartoon showing how the injection is given, and I have a demonstrator here that I want to show you. I've prepared sort of the different tools that we use to teach men in the office. So this is just a silicone model, but it's a great way for me to show you how to inject. Okay, so I'm going to set this down. I've got this nifty packet that most clinics and most prescription services will help you to have, and in it, it contains the implements that we need for injection. This is a pack that has pouches for a medication, and importantly, all of those medications that were listed on that slide are all medicines that tend to begin to degrade over time, and especially when they become warm. So the medications that are used for injection are generally stored in a cold temperature setting so that their effectiveness doesn't decline. This little pouch that I'm showing you here is a great travel pouch in that it has a breakable ice pack in it. So if you're traveling across country with these medications, it's a great option. But this is generally what a vial like that contains one of those medications, a bimix, a trimix, a quad mix. In here, I also have my little syringes that we use. And generally, when I try to explain injectable treatment to my patients, I get this immediate grimace about the notion of giving yourself an injection. And I don't think a camera does this justice, but I'm going to just pull off the cap here, and I want to show you just how tiny this is. This is the smallest manufactured needle, and you can see how tiny and easily controlled this syringe is. There is an auto injector that this adapts to. So if you have a little bit of fright about piercing your skin with the tiny needle, there is an auto injector, which I won't show you today, but can be supplied and makes it very easy to do an injection. Typically, to do this, we have to break the seal. You would typically wipe this seal with some alcohol. So you would pull an alcohol from a pouch, cleanse the area. You want to delicately pierce the seal, invert the system, and you would draw up the required amount of medicine. So your healthcare provider or who's ever recommending this to you will tell you where to start. And it will be very easy for you to draw up and see exactly how much medicine you're getting. Okay? So you would then keep this safe. Don't let it touch anything. Keep it clean. Take another alcohol swab wherever is comfortable and private for you. You want to cleanse the side of your penis. And I think this is the most important thing that I would want to teach you today, which is that you want to hold the penis to the side or push it to the side, and you want to swab the side of the penis. Not the top of the penis, not the underside of the penis, but the top side of the penis. So in this plane, if you could divide the penis in half, you want to come right beyond the equator. So you want to come right here. You want to inject yourself at what we consider the base of the penis, the part of your penis closest to the body. And the reason for that is that's where the blood vessels are. Those are the things that need to respond to the injection. It's a quick pierce of the skin and an injection. When you're using these tiny syringes, you want the needle to pierce all the way. It cannot go too far. It's too short. But if you just put it in a little bit and it's too shallow, you could put all this really effective medicine just in your skin. And while that will not harm you, it certainly won't give you an erection. Okay? I typically recommend taking my alcohol swab and just holding a little bit of pressure over the area. Some people take blood thinning medicines like aspirin or Coumadin or Plavix, and none of those things are a contraindication to this type of injection. But one of the benefits of just putting a little pressure here for a few minutes is just to avoid a bruise in that area. Bruising hurts no matter where it is, especially in a sensitive part of your body like this. If it looks simple, it's because it is simple. And if it looks really doable, it's because it really is doable. I have patients who have some impairment of their dexterity. I have patients who initially sort of give me that gasp about, boy, I'm not sure that I want to do this. But it is effective for some, and it really is doable.
If you'd like to learn more about ED treatments, you do have a few options. There will be more resources in the Resource Center on menmd.com. You may visit this page to view instructional videos, guides, expert articles, and more. If you're interested in learning any more about the implants, we highly suggest that you head over to edcure.org. Over there, you will find everything you need to know, everything that was covered on this event, and more. If your question was not answered and you'd still like to follow up with someone at MenMD and hear from a clinical support case manager, you can call MenMD at 857-233-5837 or log into the secure MenMD portal and can schedule an appointment with a MenMD personal health assistant to better assist you in your treatments. If you'd like to compare any of the treatment options that we covered tonight on tonight's event, you can do this on menmd.com. You can navigate to the ED condition page and you can scroll down to the treatment section where you can select up to 3 treatments to compare.
If you found this video helpful and want to stay in the loop with our growing men's health community, be sure to subscribe to our channel and click the bell to be notified when new content is available. Your support makes it easier for other men like you to find these helpful resources. Thanks again for watching. We hope to see you again.